Hello. So we are ready to start. Okay, we are ready to start. Welcome to the Zoom edition of the Software Development Thursday. So as usual, we are used to correlate our events to one of the pillars of our monetization strategy. This time the topic will be more oriented on IoT since we are here at the Makerspace. Thank you, Walter, for hosting the event this time. And so I won't steal him much more time. Today the topic is Makerspace, how it is managed and how it is managed access to the single machines you see here. But now I say thank you, Walter, and I pass the stage to you and Christian here, how you manage all these things. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefano. Let's see my presentation with this slide. Okay, welcome to the Makerspace, to the prototyping facility of Walter Park. Many of you have already been here some time or two. Yeah. For everybody else, first I want to answer the question, what is a makerspace? A makerspace or fab lab or prototyping laboratory is a laboratory type that was invented by MIT, by Professor Joshua Field in 2001. His plan was to build a laboratory that can be used to build almost anything. That was his plan. And it's a concept for a space like this one, where you have 3D printers, laser cutters, all kinds of machines, and to use digital technologies to make, in fact, almost anything. This was also a social experiment. You want to know what happens in this kind of laboratory. And one thing that happened was that now there are about 2,000 laboratories worldwide that call themselves a fab lab or makerspace and adhere to this philosophy. We here in the makerspace is not called fab lab because in Boston we have another fab lab. It's the fab lab of university. And to make things less confusing, we decided that the university fab lab that focuses more on private courses and students will be called fab lab, and we call ourselves the Void Makerspace, so that it's rather easy to understand which we are talking. We got a short video that shows what we have and what we do, just at the beginning. Afterwards, I will emphasize the important parts.
Un'officina multifunzionale dedicata all'apprendimento e alla sperimentazione. Uno spazio in cui dare vita a prototipi e realizzare piccoli lotti.
In Makerspace abbiamo realizzato molti componenti per i nostri prototipi. Abbiamo imparato a usare nuovi processi non macchinari utilissimi per le nostre attività di ricerca e sviluppo.
Quasi 100 dispositivi per la lavorazione di legno, metalli, plastiche, tessuti e circuiti elettronici. Dopo un breve addestramento si può lavorare autonomamente o affidare a noi la realizzazione dei propri progetti. I nostri servizi sono efficienti ed economici. La nostra community è fatta di privati, start-up e imprese di varie dimensioni. Organizziamo anche numerosi eventi e occasioni di apprendimento e di networking.
Mein Vater ist eigentlich ein ganz Handwerk und war anfangs skeptisch, das digitale Handwerk in seinem Unternehmen auszuprobieren. Ich als Meister, welche neuen Impulse daraus gewinnen kann und welche Möglichkeiten sich die Häuser
Vom Makerspace gibt uns die Möglichkeit, neue Technologien und Geräte zu testen. Eine zusätzliche Chance für das Handwerk.
Okay, so to summarize, we are a kind of phablet that is here to accompany a company on its way from the idea to the product. And there are many steps, as you all know. We concentrate on those where physical prototypes or physical production is included. It's in the beginning the minimum viable product in the hardware sense. So it's some kind of prototype you can already use to check if the customer is interested in it. It can be a prototype for functional testing. So if the assembly fits together, which is the easiest part, or if it's something more complex, if the thing works. In the end, we also do some small-scale production, but only really small scale. In certain cases where we are asked, and we have the machines that can do it, which is usually not the case. These are a few examples. In this today, I won't focus on this, but there would be other possibilities to listen to me talking if you want to hear about our prototypes. The makerspace has around 100 machines in 4 rooms, and that's a complexity that we address with automation, and I will come to that. Additionally, we have 3 kinds of customers, of services, which also generate different situations with our customers. We have this slide should be English. We have the do-it-yourself service. That means you subscribe to the makerspace, like at the fitness center, you make your annual subscription, come here and work by yourselves. We are the trainers, we tell you how not to use the weights, so not to not hurt yourself. You need to do the safety courses for the machines, and afterwards you can use the machines. And if you got questions, you can ask us if you have. The second kind of service is the get it done service. That means you send us data, we produce what you need. And the third kind of service is events, like this one here, but also paid ones, which makes stuff more complicated for us. Yeah, how do we manage this? We have a lot of needs, of expectations that we need to fulfill. Users want information first. They need information about when are you open, how much does this cost, how does this work, can I have the user manual for this machine, and so on. They want fast and simple access to the makerspace. They want complex subscriptions. Somebody wants to have one invoice a year. Someone else wants to pay every single activity on its own. And they obviously want fair pricing. They don't want all-in packages, but they want, most of them don't want all-in packages, but they want indeed to pay what they use. We want to manage this in some way. We want access control so that only people who actually have paid their fee use machines. We want that activity logged somewhere so that we can afterwards invoice that activity to that person. And we want to have that as automatic as possible. We can't run around and look what people are doing, so that's really impossible. We are 2.5 people. So we have need to do maintenance planning, maintenance logging. That's also for safety issues. We have to do safety training, log safety training, and enable access to machines after safety training. We need to track the services we do. We need to have statistics of how the machines are used. We need to manage the content of our homepage, and this is new. We have CCTV control TV here, and we need to control it because of data protection issues. When we are not here, everything needs to be registered. When we are here and working, we cannot be registered. So we need something to control this as well. And then there are needs NOI has, that means our management. And we need to do the billing in a legal way so that the NOI AG, NOI LTD's accounting does the invoices in the correct Italian way. That's the electronic invoice. We need to use the noise customer relations management system so that our colleagues can access information about our customers as well. And we need to monitor our KPIs, our key indicators, and also other indicators as well. Yeah, how is all this done? The key part of our system is a cloud service called Pharma, which has been developed by another makerspace, one in Vienna. And they developed that for their needs and now sell it as a service. We found this 5 years ago. There was nothing else on the market, and we were quite happy that this thing exists. It's as a cloud service, so it's closed source. We have to pay a yearly fee, a monthly fee. The fee depends on how many devices are connected to the system, how many spaces you have. In our case, it's one. And yeah, it's, for us, it's about 3,000 euros per year we spend on management. So that's, I think, okay. A few weeks ago, but it's forwarded via mail. I now know that there is an open source alternative that showed up not too much, not too long ago. They are rather new. And they actually do the same as these two, from what I can tell. But you need to do this hardware by yourself. I will show you. Fedman does member management. You have a database with all your active members. You have machine integration. I can show you one of these things. Every of our bigger machines is connected to a so-called bridge. This device is an IoT device. It is online, and it has an NFC sensor inside. So every time you want to need to use a machine, you will get your NFC token, whatever it is, that has been registered to the member management system, activated, and it will activate the machine for you if you are unable to do so. So you have a subscription that is valid, you have the security cost for this machine, and nobody else booked the machine. Because if someone else booked the machine, you can't enable it, of course. This further system was made for the needs of this makerspace. They added some other elements as well, also something we asked, but it is not perfect for our use. Of course, it's not integrated with the systems we need as knowing LTD. It is not integrated with our homepage. And we have some services and other things going on that they do not support, but they have a great API. So we wrote a kind of wrapper website for our admin needs that connects to this Fabian service. And it grew with time. At the moment, the architecture looks like this. I'm not a programmer, I'm not a software architect, I'm studying physics, computational physics, so I know how to handle data, I know how to see and organize data, and know how to see patterns in data and behavior. And this is probably not a correct chart, but I suppose, I hope it's still half clear. So, we have this Fabian cloud service that uses the bridges to control devices. We have our PHP backend that talks to various of our own scripts in order to do what we want to. I split this up, and so I can explain it one by one. In a simple example, somebody wants to use the laser cutter. So he or she uses their NFC token to authenticate with the bridge. The bridge checks on the cloud service if the member has a subscription, if it knows the NFC badge, of course, first. And if there's a subscription, if the training and permissions are okay, if the reservation is okay, and then a relay inside the bridge activates the safety circuit of the machine, and the machine can be used. Before that, the machine is locked. In the case of the laser cutter, this bridge also manages the unattended operation. So if somebody goes having a beer or a coffee while the machine is working, this bridge will get it because every 3 minutes it asks for another authentication. So if you're not there to authenticate, the machine will switch off. This is important because laser cutters like to catch fire on the road, so you need to be there. It monitors if the filter works correctly, because also the smoke produced is not that healthy. So if the filter is blocked or something, the machine stops as well. It locks the activity and the costs, which then, in the end, are automatically added to the account and added to the invoice. So this is the basic functionality of Fabric. We need to do some other things with this activation of the Fabric bridge. First, we check if the person that is using the laser cutter is an administrator. If it's someone of the makerspace team, we are probably first we know what we're doing, and second, we are probably actually doing a service for someone else and don't have the time to stay there all day during this thing is cut. But as I said, we know what we are doing, we will stay near the machine. We need to authenticate every 3 minutes. So our backend script disables this data switch until someone else logs onto the machine. And we do this with a PHP backend, a webhook that is called by Fiverr, really useful. We also register the user presence for the CCTV system. Another example are the 3D printers. 3D printers don't have a demo switch. You launch the job and can go. But 3D printers are a little more difficult for invoicing because just the runtime is not enough to invoice it correctly. It depends on the material you use, on the quantity of material you use. That depends on the size of the nozzle you can print, amount of material, the little time, and so on. And for that, I wrote a Python script that runs on the system, on the 3D printer. It has a Linux system running on it, and I run a PHP script on top of that. This script uses the API of Ultimaker, of the 3D printer, on localhost, and gets when somebody is starting a print job. At that moment, it looks on the Fabric cloud if somebody has authenticated the machine. If not, it processes the print. If the authentication was successful on the other side, the printer is resumed or not allowed. And also the system can read, the script can read the material quantity that is in use. And at the end, the material information is stored in the Fabric activity log. And that is used afterwards to charge the price correctly. Also here we have a PHP backend job, the webhook. will charge, for example, if I start a 3D print job and afterwards, if I change the owner of the job, a fee is added. Why? Because it was a service. So we automate some of our small price and service logging jobs this way. Another really nice example is our key dispenser. Now I move over there and hope the acoustic and quiet is there. So this, I'm outside of the camera, Stefano, sorry. This is our key dispenser, which I hopefully will not imagine. Okay. Now it is good. So this is one example of stuff you can make in the makerspace. It has a wooden casing, it has been laser cut, it has elements that are 3D printed, it has a Raspberry Pi inside, it has an Arduino inside, an NFC reader, buttons, a stepper motor, a servo motor, and it was made by Matthias Federici. This device is useful for us because it gives the keys to our 4 rooms to the user that wants them. Now it's initializing because I switched it on, and if everything goes well, no, Matthias. This only happens during my presentations, but regularly, every time. I reboot it, let's see if it works. I can. That's possible, yeah. Or it's the speaking.
It's AI, it's recognizing that you are doing a presentation.
Yeah. And it doesn't like Matthias. No, this has an NFC relay inside, which reads my badge. The information of the badge they use to authenticate me, to ask the PHP backend if first Fartman and then myself, if I am authorized, which rooms I am authorized to use. This is a step-by-step process because Fartman doesn't know in which room the machines are, but my PHP backend or other my database knows. So it takes data from Fartman, from my backend, and combines them. No. Yeah. And it shows me that I can use other rooms, but the key for the manual version is not there. So I can press this button and the key comes out. And now it's obviously logged in our systems that I got this key. So if I don't bring it back, Aaron will call me right tomorrow and say, hey, Walter, you forgot to bring the key back. If a customer doesn't bring it back, we probably will charge him. So this is another thing that is really useful for managing a space with more than one room. And lots of customers who have different access permissions. When we are sure that this thing works, we will put it at the information desk so that our customers don't need to come here to the makerspace during our opening times, but can directly go to the information desk, get the keys they are allowed to use, and use the room. At the moment, it's a little, we do it already this way, but we don't have the digital part. So we are hunting for keys, and we have people in rooms they don't belong to. But yeah, this will get better. Oh, another nice API. We combined the Fabric API or the Fabric database with our customer relations management system. So I said we have our own wrapper website to manage users. I can show that to you. I just need to select a user that is not critical, for example. So this is our, we call it Makerspace tools. This is our tool set we have running on a server. If you find some security issues, please tell us. No, it should be a lot of stuff. This information here is inside Farman, but for a few informations like if I am an employee or not, we really mix two databases here. We have the customer relations database, which is Microsoft Dynamics, and we have the Farman user management, which has inside all the training information and so on. And we mix them on this page so we can we have them synchronized all the time. When I edit information, on the left side I have the database I'm working on, that is the Farman interface. On the right side I have the information that is stored in Dynamics. And when I change something, when I change something, I get here about to update the account in Dynamics. And this helps me, or helps us a lot, to keep all those informations accurate and actual. Now I re-import back information from the Dynamics system. Likewise, every time we do a service for someone and we have it in our system, let's see if I can choose some. Service log. Yeah. I chose one for Firehack. This shouldn't be critical. Okay. We log our services and we can add our jobs. This is our job collection we have, and it already inserts the prices from the machines and everything from parameters. We can charge those informations to Farman, which does our bidding, and we can create shipping nodes. We need shipping nodes. That's a little thing. I can request shipping node by using my colleague Vanessa as a black box. So I create the shipping node here, Outlook opens, and already fills me in the mail I can send to my colleague to create a shipping node. When she returns me the shipping node, I enter the shipping node number and create the invoice inside Farman, and then I export it to Dynamics. So we have the accounting part is happy because my colleague knows how to read, how to use the invoices from Farman to create Italian digital invoices. And on the other side, our management is happy because they have the service in their database where the dashboards and KPIs are managed. Plus, we are happy because we have these details here that help us to calculate costs and to log what we need to do when in a really short time. Let's try. Obviously, this can be done by clicking, but I don't want to show you the list of customers. When I create a new service, I can insert the kind of service, I can insert the customer and take it from our customer database, of course. I can add jobs. I can say, okay, this job is 1 hour of work and 20 minutes of waterjet cutting. Then I have a 3D print that goes for 6 hours and uses 200 grams of material. and everything is automated. I can, when I have my customer filled out, I can generate an offer which is exported to Word and can send that to the customer. So these are the things that really help us to do our work and all the small details that usually you spend a lot of time on. Now, back on track. No? The same goes for the cursors. So I don't want to go into detail with all the rest because Stefano said I should talk about half an hour. But it gets a little repetitive. We have the same for training courses. We have, as already said, we have the invoicing, which is another black box. We have a list of invoices to create for our accounting department. They see this list and make the invoices in our accounting software. We have use Dynamics and Power BI for the KPI monitoring. Power BI connects to Dynamics as well as directly to the backend. Because in the backend, I thought that we have also the machine usage data. And we can say, yeah, the laser printer, the laser cutter was used 5% of its time in last week, for example. And this helps us to understand things, and maybe not everything, but it can be useful. We do maintenance. We have a lot of machines who need to be maintained weekly, monthly, and every machine has its log with its actions that have to be done. And yeah, some machine producers give you a handbook and with a list of things that you need to do. Others don't. And even if everybody did, you had a lot of lists, and it's practically impossible to manage that. So we wrote another system, just a list of things to do, and we log them. We have a CRM system for the homepage. That was another quick job with already pre-made framework. No?
CRM or CMS?
CMS, sorry, CMS. Now comes the new part. We are developing just now. Just at the moment, we don't have the time to bring this on. We need, in order to be open all time, we need to register what happens in these rooms in an automatic way. So when the makerspace team leaves a room, the camera should switch on. There will be a monitor at the information desk where the people working there can monitor what's happening in the rooms. And yeah, obviously they shouldn't be able to monitor us during our working time because that's illegal. So we need a system that understands when our panel and me are in the room. The simple solution, but not complete solution, is to use the Fairbairn bridges. So as soon as I turn on a machine, the machine at Fairbairn knows that I am here. And yeah, switches off the cameras. On the other hand, when I'm using the laser cutter and then the switch is turned off and I'm called in another room, I will go there. The room will be without supervision for 3 minutes, and then I get back. I won't be long. Yeah, that's a moment I will lose. So we thought maybe with an ESP or an array of ESP32s that monitor NFC activity, that means low, or BLE activity, a lot of NFCs to short range. Low energy Bluetooth presence in the area may be a solution. Or with with Wi-Fi scanners that see which devices are connected to the Wi-Fi nearby. We should be able to understand, yes, Walter is standing in the main lab, and so the CCTV monitor is not showing the main lab. There are a few semi-finished open source solutions online. I haven't found anything that fits perfectly our needs, and I haven't had time to develop this further. So if anybody has some suggestions, we are really happy and really open for that. Okay, again, this is the system architecture as a whole, as it came to my mind when I made the presentation. I'm quite sure I forgot something. The system has become rather complex, as all self-developed systems, I think. We have PHP code, JavaScript code, Python code, some C or C++ with the ESPs. I have no clue what 5 minutes splitting, but I don't need to care. And it's rather interesting for me programming all of this. Oh yeah, something really new. Since yesterday we have Nextcloud. We have a system so that our customers don't need to come with a USB thumb drive because they will forget it. And then they might, well, it's not that actual anymore, infect something with an infected USB thumb drive. So we put up Nextcloud. We already had OwnCloud before, but it wasn't updated anymore. So now we have Nextcloud with authentication through family. So you don't need two passwords, you don't have the Nextcloud user and the family user. You have one login for both. This is something I made with a plugin that obviously that didn't fit our needs. Plugin for Nextcloud, and I changed it somewhat, and now it works with family as well. Yeah, we have a material store planned maybe in the future so that our users can buy materials also in a more automatic way. At the moment they come with the panel. I found this, can I have it? Yeah. Let me measure it, let me look up the price, it's a little bit. But for the store, I want something already finished. Well, I want finished. Yeah, this is the short overview. If I go into details, we will give them by tomorrow. But if you have questions, yes?
You said that, you said that I told you about an open source project which could be, yes, an opportunity to switch from FabMan, if I understood correctly, to something else. Did you investigate? So what is the decision, or what is the result of the analysis? And the second question would be, do you share your experience with other Fab Labs, maker spaces, and also try to share the code you are developing with others, so you have a shared investment also to improve it, or are you an island alone and you have to fix everything every time a new version of FabMan or something comes out, you have to fix your glue code?
Well, the first question, this open source alternative would have been a nice alternative. As you can see from the schematic, we invested a lot of time focusing on FabMan and integrating FabMan, and at the moment it would be a bad idea to switch. So you have optimized everything for a tool, and it's quite impossible to switch this quickly. For the second question, there is a FabMan community. Their customers are all makerspaces, as we are, use lots of open source tools where they can. And Docker amongst themselves, it's an open source movement, like by itself. And they have a forum which is from time to time active, where I post all my findings. So they have a good documentation of their API. They answer by themselves, so they are really also investing in that community. And every time I find out something they haven't come up with up until then, I posted them. This week I posted, last week I posted my code for the Fabian next cloud integration. And two of them are already rather happy to see it. They have about 50 customers, I think. Now, in 2000, we wanted to make, they wanted to organize some kind of customer fair or meeting at Vienna. And yeah, you all know. It didn't come to that, and we'll see.
Anyone else wants to post a question, provide feedback, or suggestion? Website.
Website.
No.
The makerspace.
The front end.
Yeah, well, this is the admin front end, and the user front end is the makerspace side. Where the key or the part that was most working, is most integrated with everything else, is this device catalog. Ignore the color borders, they are for just for us administrators, and tell us that these machines should have some maintenance activities. Everything is right, I know. The last few weeks were terrible. When you click on a machine, let's choose someone that is nice, this one here. We don't have English yet on the site, we will recommend. That means that the backend does support it, but we don't have the texts ready. You see information about the machine, like the size of the volume of the printer, how much this costs, how to do it, how to use this machine. Most machines have written that you can use them autonomously after doing the course that is needed. Then there's the link to the course list where you can subscribe for the next course. You can download the user manual and the hour-short version of the user manual. Then this red block is mine, come and look at it. You see all the safety information for this machine. You see how to use it, just the most important information. We have this for every machine. And almost every machine has a QR code. This one is almost. Yeah. Almost every machine has a QR code affixed to it, and with your smartphone you can scan it and get to the site of that machine. So you have everything ready. This is also for safety, a safety measure. You really need to do this. And it's really useful. Also for us, because here we can say, okay, this service, the machine has returned yesterday, so this service has been done. So one thing is that. Yes, when I want to do the course, I click here, and I see that the next possible date is the 15th of June, and I can register. Okay, now I'm registered for this course. And so on. Everything is interconnected. We have our experts here also in the system. In the future, we will also make a kind of expert Facebook. That means you can click here on the person that holds your course. We see what courses he does, what projects he made, what he's good at, and you can contact him, and so on. So this is always growing, always. We have Daniel, whose job is to find more work for us.
That's my job. Okay, if there are no other questions, I have one for you. If the community wants to help you, providing you feedback or developing some feature, how can they do, and is there a repository where you have published the source code you developed for the parts you developed?
We have a repository. It's at the moment private. We need to check on the data before we can publish it. So this has grown with the rest, and we have restructured it because we have switched servers, or are in the process of switching servers. So at the moment, it's complete chaos.
So just for you to know, if you want to open it and you need help in analyzing the code, we can do it together with the Free Software Lab. We have the service who checks the licenses and everything, the compliance and everything. So
Thank you.
just pass by and
Yeah, at the moment, as I said, all the service maintenance entries are red. This is something we need to find the time for, because for the makerspace it is not a priority. If somebody wants to help, just write us. We would be really happy, especially for some kind of isolated systems like the presence detection that could then latch to our API would be great.
you have the slide with the contacts.
Yeah, I was about to say it. Usually my presentations end with this slide. And there should be, no, where is it? No, I copied probably the wrong presentation. No, it's not there. Okay, it's on the web page.
Yes, the website. If you want to subscribe our newsletter,
This is how yeah, we have a newsletter where Daniel writes you twice a year for himself with nice events and other interesting facts. Yeah.
So, if no other comment or question, I will start with the ending with the presentation round. Just saying your name, your affiliation, and 3 words that describe you. So I will start as an example, Stefano Seppi, NOI, Open Data, IoT, and Free Software.
I forgot already the name.
Name, affiliation, and 3 words that describe you.
Well, as a just interested person without a fixed affiliation, it's just that I'm curious, also creative, and daring.
I'm Alan Hofel. I'm a self-employed cybersecurity consultant, and making things is my hobby, so I want to see the maker lab how you are working.
Hi, I'm Adam Osmani. I'm here with my friend Munir. We're not affiliated with no societies, nothing else.
Passion?
Passion?
Yeah.
I'm in English and also
Okay. That's your passion?
I study commercio in English and also studato.
Hi guys, I'm Munir Seifulai. We came here about listening about the software development, so I don't know we are in the right place here, basically.
So you hear about?
Oh, I saw the banner online for software development, no? But here is different.
We develop software just for ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. Because we had an idea to build an app, so we wanted to know something more about what do we do here and everything.
Your web page is set on
Yeah, you can. During the beer, we can have a chat and see what are your needs and see if and how we can help.
Yeah. Okay. And that's it. I don't know.
I'm Daniel, and I create products called Walter Weissensteiner. That's my main job description and find new way to challenge them to find new solution and to empower themselves to make great job like this one. So it's my mission.
He organizes our events and PR contents and so on.
Hi, I'm Ilaria Russo, Univizetta, and front-end customer care Open Data Hub.
Simon Darway, Tech Park, Open Data Hub, Free Software, and Mobility Data.
I am Brano Monica. I am a lab technician of Univizetta, and I work here for the Saintly Technologies group. And yes, I was interested to see how manage the access to the different machines and how fund the safety course, or also how you manage the maintenance, or if you have a system about that.
Hi, I'm Enrico Unizet. I'm a technologist in the sensing technologies lab. Together with Andrea, we manage a lab which is composed of maybe 5-7 rooms, something like this, for a total of 50 people. So it was very interesting for us to see how to manage access because it's starting to get crowded.
Hi everyone, Gianluca Tonacci, company Chisma here at Noiter Park, environmental sensors and data analysis.
Patrick Hunewein, Unit Digital, Open Data Hub, Open Data and Free Software.
Hi, I'm Gabriel Escarton. I'm a software developer for Group of Us, and at the moment my topics are Java, web services, and electric mobility.
So I was just joking, what was that? I'm also following these activities to build a maker community here. Since 1 year we are working out to start this new direction. We work with this great big new community we have, this Tech Park. If you want, we have an abo, an abonnement for the new community too. It's not, we are working mainly with companies, startups, but if you want to come here for your as a hobby, as your free time, you can come here at night and work for your projects. It will be very great because for us, this community is also something that we are collecting for us as skills, as relationship, as connection. So it's very useful. So you want to come here and help us to develop something new. You are welcome.
Thank you. And now, before concluding the event, what are the upcoming events? First of all, 6th of July, there will be the next Software Developer Thursday. Next time we will present a project related to the Open Data Hub, the main project of the Team Digital who I am part of. And we are now upgrading and updating the whole architecture behind the Open Data Hub, and we are glad to present you what we are developing. And also happy to discuss with the community if there are any feedbacks or improvement we can already foresee in our architecture. Matteo Roggia, it's part of Animation, who is the company which is helping us in developing this application. So if you are interested, just register to the event, and I will be happy to see you there and discuss with you this other topic that is part of our pillar. It's the main pillar, the Open Data Hub, the main project of the digital. And then our main event of the year at the digital is the SFSCon. Probably a lot of you knows it. The past year, if I'm not wrong, we had here at Noiter Park about 800 people attending this conference, and we opened the call for speakers. So if you have some project or topic related to the free software you would like to present at the SFSCon, don't be shy, make a proposal, and on the website you will find all information about the topics and everything. Be worried, the deadline is the 30th of June. So 3 weeks time to make your proposal. So I will be happy to see you as a speaker and present you as a speaker at the SFSCon. So with this presentation, I end the presentation part of the event. Now starts another important part, networking. You see there behind some